we're about 30 miles from Artesia, and my mom wants to stop, and we're on the side of the road. She wants to stop and take a picture of the pump jack. I'll show you one here. The sun is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of overcast, I guess, because it's only like 4:28 in the afternoon.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's the 30.
Wow, there's a lot of them.
In that picture. I want to say, had you rather look at this or this?
It's totally oily out here. Some of these are pumping here. How many are pumping? Well, one is, there's 4 or 5 I see that are not pumping some. New Mexico is big on oil pumping. Oil is big here. Probably maybe even more than Texas. I mean, Texas is bigger, but...
Permian Basin is bigger.
Well, I know, but I mean, there's a lot of oil business over here, too.
Oh, yeah.
And, Hobbs, I think. Mom said that Hobbs was big oil. My mom grew up in some of the New Mexico area too. She lived in Hobbs and Clovis when she was little. So I like seeing them, you know, because I own property over here, and also it's actually part of my heritage.
Denver City also.
Denver City also, in case you didn't hear that. Okay, so we're probably about 25 miles from Artesia. We're not recording every little single town that we've been through, but just to show you what it looks like. It's not super beautiful, but when you look at right here in this area, but when you look at the actual plants, they have some beauty. I mean, it doesn't have much trees and stuff, but there's plenty in Texas that's not beautiful either, so I'm certainly not dissing New Mexico, but anyway, this is very oil oriented right here, right before you get to Artesia. A lot of pump jacks and oil, and when you get really close to Artesia, there's all kinds of stuff. Huh? You can say it.
Yeah, I can see it, and it smells like
it stinks, she said. Which it does, because it smells like oil. It smells like when you go to the gas station and you spill gas all over the floor of the station, you know. That's what it smells like, except it actually smells more like the oil in the can, you know, or the bottle is what it really smells like. Rough. Okay, now we're gonna go faster. Sorry, Mom. I'm gonna be the queen of the videos eventually. Oh, my downtown Dallas one's got over 100 views.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the queen eventually.
I need to go to San Antonio then.
I need to go all over.
You know, the best one when he got back to Cape Town, he said of all the places he lived in the United States, he liked San Antonio the best.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Did he go up north, though? Did he go to New York and all that?
Yeah, he went to California.
Wow, he likes San Antonio.
San Francisco.
It is a great place.
Chicago.
Yeah, it's a great place. San Antonio. I haven't been in ages. I don't remember the last time I went. When's the last time I went? Yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Wait,
I want you to pull over.
we're pulling
And
over.
I'm going to get out and take a picture of that flare and all that mess in between here and there.
Well, we're actually stopped on the side of the road. Mom wants to take a picture of this oil fill flare. She said it's burning poisonous gases, so...
How do I get the...
We're just seeing a lot of these pump jacks, and it just looks funny because we don't see that many all in one spot. There's tons of them. Look how many there are.
There's a bunch
Just a bunch of them here. A whole bunch of them. I don't see too many pumping, do you? I don't see any pumping.
They were back there.
Yeah, sixth child. The other boy was Jimmy. I think the other boy was the one that cut his leg.
No,
And you think it was Richard?
I'm positive it was Richard.
Okay. All right, well, we'll turn this off here. We're talking family history at this point. It was terrible, though, at the time. I remember, it just turned, that kind of stuff, when you talk about it, just turns my stomach inside out. I get like a heavy thing going. Yeah, but he survived it. Okay, we're coming in. I don't know if we're totally into Artesia. We're getting close. Artesia, New Mexico. So, out here on the outskirts is a lot of wool stuff. There's like a derrick right there. That looks funny, doesn't it? Right inside the city limits. City limits is says 25, except unless it's posted something different, which this is 40. Well, this is a really pretty little town, but you can't tell right here because of all the wool stuff that we're passing. That is a big thing there. It's like a refinery?
Yeah,
Or
it's
what?
a refinery.
Wow. I don't guess I totally noticed that on the way in here before. Are there wells here or something? Is that why they call it Artesia? Or
Yeah, Artesia wells.
are they like hot springs kind of things?
No, they're just hot waters.
Oh, okay. Making a pit stop here. This statue is at the Gulf gas station. Here's a nice statue. Looks like a cowboy, driving cattle. This is at Artesia, corner of Main Street and First Street in Artesia, New Mexico. So it's a very nice statue. That's a bummer.
I think she taught school and she outfitted the little kids every year that didn't have money. Bought them clothes and shoes, and there's a big statue of her.
Oh, that's sweet. I wonder if she ever got to see her kids again.
I don't think so.
Oh, wow. Well, he probably had more money than her, so he got by with it.
And I don't think she really knew it.
Wow, that's sad. Well, I wouldn't either. After being,
Ramrodded like that.
yeah, shafted, or however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, because,
Yeah, shafted.
well, ramrodded's all right too, but that's awful because she probably never got to see her kids again. They may have been able to write to her, but wonder how old they were.
They were just like 8, 9, or 10, and they were just waiting.
Yeah, they might not have been able to write to her if they didn't know how. So, well,
She's right up here with that man.
oh, okay. You're gonna get out right here. Should we
See her up
pull in
there?
here or something?
I've seen it.
Oh, well, here. No, that's another.
American Bank.
That's another cowpoke. All right. Well, now we're in downtown Artesia and driving slowly. Which the person behind me is. Oh, is that the lady? Oh.
And on further down is the oil well and the 2 men that developed this oil field. And then there's a monument to a family that develops the oil field.
I think that's a pretty popular restaurant too there, the Wellhead.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty well to do. Here's a really pretty old movie theater. It's not functional.
It's over here to the left.
There's like some Wellhead thing. What if we can go over there?
When you park over there, you can't U-turn.
Well, I'm not gonna U-turn
left.
I'm gonna turn in the street here.
Park over there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat to get out for a second. Let's get out. Oh, that's. I was gonna park there, but it's You can barely tell because it's about worn out, but it's handicapped parking.
I'm gonna get out and sit on.
Do you want to get out?
Sit on that bench while you're walking around.
Okay.
And this is interesting.
Yes, this is. Okay, let me turn this off for just one second. We're in a little park that's in Artesia, and this is talks about the drilling, the Derrick floor. Make no little plans. They have no magic to stir men's blood. Well, that's interesting. Make no little plans. They have no magic to stir men's blood. It's Daniel Burnham, architect, 1893, Chicago World's Fair. So this is some, I guess, people that contributed to this making of this park here. So here's the park. And there's a noisy darn bird. He's up there somewhere. Where is he? I don't see him at all, but he sure is noisy.
He's up there. There's a lob.
I'm going to sit down for a moment, although I've been sitting in the car. So this is the oil derrick that they've made a replica of. And here's the top of it right here. This is a nice little park, and it's not that hot. It feels fine in the shade. Here's some of the grass and trees. It's probably, you think it's a city block? Half of a city block?
We'll come over and get this.
Okay, we'll get that over there too.
And then on the
There's
other
some
side,
more
there's
over
the
here.
two men,
Marbob?
Marbob,
Okay.
oil company.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over here to the, it feels great in the shade. It's definitely not that hot. Oh, did you realize there's water here? There's water in there. Anyway, there's water. This is a waterfall, so to speak. This is actually very pleasant. I mean, it does not feel bad at all. So here's some, a statue here. This is the Illinois number 3. The Illinois number 3 was the first commercial oil well drilled in southeast New Mexico and the first on state-owned lands in New Mexico. It was drilled into on April 9th, 1924. So here's about Van Stratton Welch. He was a worker's worker, and this sculpture is dedicated to all the oil field workers who make this industry great. He was born 1880, Log Cabin, Allegheny County, New York, son of a Civil War veteran and oil barge captain. At age 12, he began roughnecking, and by age 19, he drilled his first commercial well. He went on to drill wells in the eastern United States. And Van settled, I'm reading on down to the bottom. Van settled in Artesia when he continued to explore in New Mexico and elsewhere, contributed much to the community and to charities, and till his death in 1969 at age 89. He was one of the original 10 men inducted into the Permian Basin Oil Man Hall of Fame when it opened in late 1969. This monument was commissioned by the descendants of Van Welch, created by Robert Summers, cast by Hoka Foundry, July 2, 2005. He was born 1880, died 1969. So here is the statue right here. Try to get the whole thing in there. And here's the lady. And then here's this man here. I don't know who's who. I mean, he's standing on a log with some kind of oil cart, and she's on one of those. It's a spool. Sorry, hold on a moment. Okay, well here, this is the waterfall, so this is really cool. Got some steps here. Now see what this is here. This is called the Derrick Floor, Vic Payne Sculptor, Eagle Bronze Foundry, Lander, Wyoming. Dedicated to the men and women who take the risk and do the work to find, produce, and refine New Mexico oil and gas. This monument of a 1950s drilling rig is unveiled in celebration of the 80th anniversary of the Illinois No. 3, the first commercial oil well in southeastern New Mexico and the first oil well on state-owned lands in New Mexico, April 24th, 2004. Well, this is really nice. I like it. It feels really cool, probably partly because of this little waterfallish, which is under the dairy part. Here's the workers working. And this is kind of interesting over here. This statue is two cowboys leaning on a pickup. And I'm sure if you're from the South, you've seen some people doing this. Cowboys leaning on a pickup, talking to each other. BSing, as we would say. Here's the corner of the park. It's got some little crepe myrtles over there. Apparently, these statues is probably of Mac Chase and Johnny Gray. They were business partners. They formed Marbob Energy Corporations, named after their wives Marilyn and Bobby. They were successful for 25 years. Level of 27 barrels of oil per day. They dissolved the partnership in 1992 to pursue their individual business interests and operating philosophies. They divided the production evenly. Within 1 year, each company had reached a production level they'd shared. Within a few years, each business had approximately 3 times the production level. And Gray kept the Marbob name, and children continued to operate the business under that name. Chase continued production under Mac Energy Corporation. In 2004, Mac Energy and Marbob were among the top 10 oil producers working in New Mexico. This monument was commissioned by the children of Mac Chase and Johnny Gray, created by Vic Payne and cast by Eagle Bronze Foundry. Let me step back and see if I can get the whole of this in there of the two of them chatting. It's big, you know. It's not monstrous, but it's fairly big, and I can't really think I can get it. Well, I had it zoomed in. No wonder I couldn't get it. Okay, well, that's them. Anyway, it's Mac Chase and Johnny Gray, and I guess it's probably their likenesses. Well, I was continuing to walk around the statue area in the park. It was about 4:30, and it was surprisingly cool considering how hot it is in general. All right, well, this park, as I said, is in Artesia, New Mexico, right off the downtown area. Main Street